What's up guys, it's Ryan and you're watching Ryan Vision and you're looking at Project LJ, my 2005 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited LJ long Jeep. And if you've been watching other videos, it's looking a little different, especially the fact that it has a soft top on it. When I bought this Jeep, it had a khaki hard top. I sold it right away, and I'll go ahead and tell you guys how much I sold it for. I believe it was $1,800. So if you're wondering why I sold it, that's why I sold it. But if you know the story of me and my dog Cooper, the Catahoula leopard dog, you know that $1,800, that was a real shame. I wish I had that hard top on, because my dog did go out of the back of this Jeep and he survived, but he had a lot of injuries, and we are still working through that almost a year later. He's still got a nerve injury, but he's doing better, and we got a custom brace for him, and he's hanging in there. He's a happy boy. He's getting around, and hopefully I'll be able to take him wheeling and camping real soon. So hang in there, Coop. But man, I'll tell you what, you look back at some decisions you made and you said, man, selling that hard top before you had a soft top is a little bit of a rush. And I did have him secured, just not well enough apparently. So anyways, I did finally get the soft top. It's a Bestop Trektop NX. And it's really nice, guys. I thought about this purchase for a while because of how expensive it was. You know, it's about a $900 top. With the whole COVID-19 coronavirus thing going on, they've got a $100 rebate right now. But it's an expensive top. And I'm 35 years old now. I'm starting to realize something, and that is, you get what you pay for. So if you cheap out, you get a cheap top, it's probably not going to last. It's probably going to flap around a lot. I don't know that for sure because this is the only one I've had, but let me just go through the top. I'm going to talk about the installation a little bit. I'm going to give you a good look at it. First things first, I really wanted the slant back look, the fast back look. I love that. And a big perk of it, besides just how it looks, is that it's frameless. There's no weird frame in there folding around and stuff like that. It's a frameless top. It basically follows the line of the factory roll cage, and I love that. The angle that it has on it is just awesome. I really like that about it. These windows, obviously, they're all plastic. Well, that's kind of nice. Get the tree reflection to show you. It's got just a little bit of wrinkles in it, and like, yeah, if you get mud on it and stuff like that, you know, you can see it. So when you pressure wash this off, you got to pressure wash it to get all the dirt off, but then you do need to buff it with a wet microfiber rag. That helps a lot to kind of get that mud, the little mud stain residue that hangs behind. But guys, from the inside, I don't know if I can show you good on the camera. From the inside, I swear it looks like glass. It's not all wrinkled and distorted, which is how I thought it would be. I fully expected that, and I just kind of said, well, that's part of having a soft top. But it's amazing. It somehow looks like glass. It's very tight. It's not all wrinkled up. It doesn't distort your vision. It's got a little bit of tint on there. It's a really, really nice setup. So the way it works is these side window panels are removable, and also this rear panel. I gotta be careful not to blind you guys with the sun here with the lighting. This rear window panel is removable, so you can, it's kind of like 3 tops in one, because you can have a full soft top like it is right now, or you can take the back one off, you can take the side ones off, and you can just have this like bikini top, or whatever you want to call it. Just, it's a full top, and I actually drove it like that for a couple days before I put the windows on. It's a full top from the windshield all the way back over the rear passenger's head. It goes all the way back there, and then it has a strap that goes down to the back of your tub. So it gives you a lot of shade, and in fact, I'll even tell you, it would probably keep you in the front seat pretty dry if you had full doors. What I love about the kit from Bestop is that it comes with everything you need, including the hardware. So you get these door surrounds. They go back to here, they sit on top of the tub. There's a pin that goes into the tub, but it's this plastic piece that goes all the way up to the windshield. You get this header bar that goes all the way across the windshield, and the soft top actually screws to that header bar, and then you get this basically like bow across to help with the flapping and things like that, just puts tension on it. So all of that's included. You get both door surrounds, you get the bow, there's a front bow and a rear bow. The rear bow is back here. So that's got a bow going across again, just to give it, you know, make it rigid and not flap around and flex as much. So everything came with the kit. There's nothing that I had to add to this. It literally just, I will warn you though, so I followed the instructions for the most part, as far as getting the door surrounds on, getting the hardware figured out and everything like that. But on Facebook, I'm a member of a group called Jeep LJ Owners, and I posted that I was getting ready. I had it laying out in the sun, and that's a good tip right there. Lay this top out in the sun before you install it. It was about an 80-degree day, sunny California. Had it out on my artificial turf. People say be careful throwing it on real grass. It will kill it. I guess it gets real hot. So put it out on something that's not going to scratch it. If you have artificial turf, throw it out on that. If you don't, figure out something, but don't throw it on your grass apparently. And you don't want to throw it on concrete. You might scratch the windows and stuff like that. But the whole point I'm getting at is get it warm, because it makes it easier to work with the material. It stretches a little better. So the instructions were pretty good. Like I said, getting the door surrounds on, getting that header bar on the top. The instructions were pretty good. I got it to a point where basically I had the top secured to the header bar, and then I had the header bar secured to the windshield. That was pretty straightforward. I got the door surrounds on, but the hardest part for me was trying to get the rear window. It has zippers here. Trying to get this zipper on each side to line up with the side window. I mean, it literally looked like it had two inches of gap on each side. And I'm going, what the heck? You know, I followed the instructions. What is the deal? Is this rear window just too small? And everybody said, no, that's how it is, because it needs to be tight so it doesn't flap around too much and things like that. So that's part of a quality top. So this one girl, Cassandra, on the Jeep LJ Owners group, she was the one with the money comment. She said, despite what the instructions said, so the instructions said, you know, there's like a groove that goes in here into the door surround, and then there's a groove that, you know, like a lip that goes up into the tub here. The instructions said put all that on, and then just good luck with the rear window. You know, do that on both sides and good luck with the rear window. Well, that didn't work for me. So what Cassandra said was pop all these out, get all the lowers back out, get these back out, pull that whole lip out here, but leave the windows, so there's a zipper up under here under some Velcro, leave the windows zipped up top, but have this slip out on both sides, on this side and on the passenger side. And what that enables you to do is, rather than being hung up on the slip, pulled tight, there's like a big white plastic thing in here. You can now kind of pull the window panel up above the tub and kind of cut this corner and push this plastic thing in to close that gap between this and this back window panel. And that's what worked for me. And the zipper starts up at the top. So I got this one started. I just went down a little bit, maybe not even half. And then I did the same thing on the other side. So that one, the bottom side was popped out too. The lip was popped out and the door surround was popped out. I cut that corner. I brought it in as much as I could. I got it mated up here. I zipped it down about halfway. And then what I did was I started working on those grooves again. Once I had that zipper done, hooked up pretty good, I knew it was time to work on the grooves. So then I got the lip back in here. I started here and I worked my way back. And I'll tell you what, guys, it got harder and harder and harder as you came back here, because now you had some tension here. But I was able to just use my palm just like this, and just little by little, just like that, just a little bit at a time, push in really hard, and it popped in. And then what I did is I got zipped all the way down, and then I went back and just kind of pushed, and I would feel that it would push in a little more and pull a little tighter and things like that. So that's the only thing. I would say go ahead and do the instructions, except for just get the tops of the windows zipped in, and then after that, do what I just told you. get that rear window fastened first, and then you can work on those bottom lips, getting them tucked into the tub. So that worked for me. Once I tried that, it was actually pretty quick. I don't want to call it easy, but it was a lot quicker than it would have been. So I got it in there. Now let me talk to you about the top. It's amazing. So I fully expected this thing was going to be flapping around like crazy. And it will. Like if you're on the highway and you have your windows down, it's going to flap a bit. You're going to hear it. That's to be expected. But I'll tell you what, guys, I went on a road trip up to Dutch Flat. I was on Highway 80, probably going at least 70 miles an hour, maybe faster at times. I had my windows up, and I wasn't running the AC, but I just had the vent on, blowing some cool outside air into the cab. It was not flapping around. It was not making a bunch of noise. It was actually pretty quiet in there. I had the music on. It was great. And if you own a Jeep, you know that feeling where you look outside and you're like, oh man, I don't want to take the Jeep there. It's going to be cold or whatever. That feeling's gone, because now my heater works, my AC kind of works, and it's rainproof. So I don't have to worry anymore about the weather. And I love that about this. And also the whole reason I wanted to get rid of the hard top and go to the soft top is because on trails like the Rubicon and stuff like that, you end up leaning pretty hard, and sometimes you bump a tree. And that's also why I did the tube fenders. But I didn't want to bump a tree and crack that fiberglass hardtop or one of the glass windows. This top will flex. This will be kind of forgiving. I hope I never hit it hard enough to rip it or anything, but it will flex enough where if I bump a tree, I'll be able to just keep going. I'm not going to have to stop and clean up a bunch of glass or worry about how I'm going to get home with my busted in half hardtop, things like that. So, you know, just remember, this is going to be a trail rig. This is not my daily driver, but I think it could be. I really think it could be. It's a nice, comfortable, quality top. Again, you get what you pay for. $900, $800 with the $100 mail-in rebate that I still need to do, but it's worth every penny in my opinion, guys. So it's rainproof. If you're pressure washing it, you might get a little moisture in there because it's going to blow up through the Velcro up here. But I mean, think about how rain falls, and think about gravity and things like that. When rain's falling down, it's never going to like go up under here. It's going to just roll its way down, and everything's good down here. It's just going to kind of do its thing, right? But when you're pressure washing the window in this is a lifted Jeep, it's taller than I am, I'm spraying, you know, yeah, some water's going to go up here because again, this top is laying on top of this panel. It's separate panels, so water can push past there, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Just be aware of that. So I highly recommend it, guys. Highly recommend this top. Haven't had it for long, but I've heard really good things about it from people who have, and I'm loving it right now. I mean, like I said, I did a highway road trip. I'm driving around town. It's keeping me dry, keeping me warm, keeping me cool, whatever I need to be. Love the top. All right. So now I got a little bit of a surprise for you guys. My rear seat. Oh, what do I have here? Oh, masking tape from my painting I was doing. My rear seat is gone, guys. This is now a two-seater rig. It's a two-seater LJ, which was kind of my plan all along. Ignore this thing. This thing will be gone. It's back here just flapping around. It's like an all-in-one amp and sub. It doesn't work. It's getting power, but it never works. That's coming out. But the rear seat is gone completely. I removed all of the brackets. I removed absolutely everything related to the rear seat. Even the seat belts and stuff. I don't know if I can get you a good shot of that. Oh, just hit my head. But there were seat belts up here on the roll cage. I took the seat belts off. I took the brackets off under the carpet for the rear seat. It's all gone. For now, I'm keeping the factory carpet in. But my plan is to make this a 2 human, 1 dog vehicle. So obviously I'll be driving. I'll have somebody with me, my wife or a buddy. And then I plan to get a storage drawer. I'm kind of been looking at the Smittybilt. If you guys have any other ideas, let me know. But I'm trying to get something that's big enough for my gear, but leaves enough room. I think the Smitty comes out to about here. I need enough room for like a nice cozy area for Cooper. I want to have like a dog bed, a place that I can secure him up there, and then have maybe a net going up to separate the cargo from the dog area, so that he can chill there. The cargo won't be coming down on him. And then I'll have a nice drawer which also acts as a shelf, because on top of the drawer you can put additional stuff against that net. It won't push forward. So that's kind of the plan, and then that way I have a drawer I can pull out, have my recovery gear, tow straps, tools, maybe even some camping gear and stuff like that, and just leave it in the Jeep all the time. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, right now it is a 2-seater, and I kind of hate the fact that the top hides that. The top camouflages that, because it was cool for a couple days. I was driving around a topless 2-seater LJ, and I'm not gonna lie, it felt pretty cool, and people were checking it out. Definitely noticed it was a 2-seater, and that's something different. I noticed people notice the LJ, even they're not like Jeep people. I noticed them looking at it like, hey, something's off, like that thing looks longer or something. I don't know what they're thinking, but they're definitely checking it out. So anyways, guys, that's my quick summary recap review of the Bestop Trektop NX. I really like it, and I think you guys will really like it. And if you follow my advice, I guess I should say Cassandra's advice from Jeep LJ Owners Group on Facebook, I think you'll have a pretty easy install. Get it out there in the warmth, let it heat up a little bit, and just take your time, follow the instructions, except for that bottom lip. Make sure you do that the way I walked you through, the way that Cassandra told me to do it. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. And like I said, it's a great top. I got it from Quadratech, by the way. It showed that it was back ordered on Bestop's website, so I got it through Quadratech, and they got it to me in less than 24 hours, I believe, even with this whole virus outbreak and all that stuff. And they also offered the $100 rebate, so scored on that. So if you can't find it on Bestop's website, try Quadratech. I think that might work out for you. I've gotten a bunch of stuff from them. Never had any problems with them. Great customer service. Even when I needed refunds and stuff, they always made it happen. So check them out. Alright guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, subscribe for more. You don't want to miss out. There's more updates coming. And check out www.projectlj.com to see all the past videos, and that way you can do searches if you're looking for something specific. I'll keep you guys posted on the project. See ya.